y'all? How you living? How you feeling? It's a Wednesday. They call it hump day. I don't know why they say that is hump day. What's up, y'all? Yes, Wednesday. Not much to say about today. Went to the gym. My energy level is like low today, but it's just probably because I haven't been getting that much rest. But what's new? Still binge watching my show, Animal Kingdom. I don't know what I'm gonna do when it ends. I'm gonna be bored. I mean, no, there's other stuff that I have been neglecting to watch. That's why you gotta be smart. Because if you have another show that you really like, you watch something else and you can come back around and do that. It's a show that I like on Apple TV called Dark Matter. So hopefully I can get at least 2 or 3 episodes out of that before it goes back. It's an interesting, mind-bending show. And then I'm watching Evil too. So hopefully I'll have some stuff to go back to after this is over. My husband's rewatching The Sopranos for like the 50th time. Like my husband, like, he'll watch new shows with me, but then when he's away from me, he always goes back and watch old stuff, and I'll be like, why aren't you catching up on what I'm watching? So then I gotta tell him everything that's happening. But yeah, y'all, that's about it for me today. Went to the gym, chilled, and just waiting for this week to be over with. So then I'll be right back on Monday saying the weekend's already over with. But what can we do, y'all? We gotta pay these bills. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we ain't got rich yet. But it's coming. I just need $2 million. I'm going to keep putting that out into the atmosphere. I would like $2 million soon. Like within this month. It would be nice. I've been saying this for a minute, but I would like $2 million tax-free dollars, please, and thank you. And I wish that for you too. I mean, money doesn't always make happiness, believe me, but I want to make a little thing. I'm not asking. $2 million is not a lot. You know, I used to want $35 million. So I'm gonna buy me a business at least. But now I'll settle for $2 million. I'll settle for $2 million. I'll keep working my job. I'll do what I'm supposed to do. Other than that, y'all, let's get into this news. The body of a skier reported overdue in Mount Rainier National Park around 3 weeks ago was recovered at the base of the waterfall. How you fall down a waterfall? A gunman shot 3 people at a food court in downtown Atlanta before he was shot by a police officer. What's his problem? Chiquita Brands International must pay $38 million in damages to families of 8 Colombian men killed by a paramilitary group in that country. Dang. Army veteran Sam Brown clinches the Republican nomination for Senate in Nevada, setting up a face-off with Democrat Senator Jackie Rosen. An Oregon man who spiked the smoothies of 3 of his daughter's friends with sedatives last year during a sleepover pled guilty and was sentenced to 2 years. That's all he got? I don't know. 2 years? I mean, he didn't do anything that we know of because one of the girls didn't drink the smoothie, but please investigate to see what else he's done because he didn't just come up with this plan overnight. The lead singer of Motown's legendary Four Tops has sued a Michigan hospital claiming racial discrimination after staff assumed he was delusional when he said he was in the group. And they put him in a restraining jacket. That's crazy, y'all. Now he got to get paid. Come on. How y'all gonna put him in a straight jacket? Man, 8 men with potential ties to ISIS were arrested over the weekend in New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. A new way of determining heart disease risk may result in millions and fewer Americans getting prescriptions for strains, according to a new research. Jon Rahm has withdrawn from the U.S. Open due to infection in his left foot. 1 person is dead and suspected gunman has been arrested after allegedly hijacking an Atlanta bus. I got a video of this. Rep. Kelly Armstrong of North Dakota, who has backed former President Trump, wins his state's Republican nomination for governor. Senator Lindsey Graham, the top Republican on the Senate Judiciary Committee, plans to block efforts by Senate Democrats to unanimously pass the Supreme Court ethics bill. Oh, Lindsey, is he going to come through and make Trump proud again after he made him so mad? Liz Pulido, owner of Ana Liz Taqueria, my husband's going to laugh when I say that, won a James Brown Award for Best Chef in Texas. You know, I was telling my husband because he's off for Juneteenth, and I feel like that ain't right because he's Mexican. But I'm going to let him slide. But I just, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but it's true. None of his ancestors were slaves is all I'm saying. But I digress. Enjoy Juneteenth, everybody. Woman recalls falling waist deep into a quicksand in Maine Beach. Dang. Pamela Smart, the former high school employee serving life sentences for recruiting a student she was having an affair with to kill her husband in 1990, accepted full responsibility for his death. Is she out of prison? I mean, she looks like it. Somebody should do, the TikTok has this trend like my mom was hot back in the day. I mean, it's not funny, but this lady supposedly was really hot. Her students were sleeping with her. Anyway, my brain is a little twisted today. Forgive me. A Seattle man has been sentenced to 8 months in prison for groping a teen girl on a flight to Paris to Washington State in 2022. 14 sets of twins and 1 set of triplets graduated from Cooper High School in Cooper City, Florida. Wow. A giant species of fish was first discovered 7 years ago washed ashore in Oregon last week, according to marine biologists. 9 volunteers are ensuring anyone in the U.S. has access to over 1,200 books. Nancy Mace, one of the 8 House Republicans who voted to oust Kevin McCarthy from his leadership post in October, has faced millions of dollars in spending and groups aligned. So where did she get in trouble? This may mark the highest ticket sales for WNBA's opening month in 26 years. It took roughly 3 hours of deliberation for 12 Delawareans to come to a unanimous decision and charge Hunter Biden. It was that crack pipe, Hunter. Justice Alito's views are under renewed scrutiny after a secret recording of him speaking at a social event that required attendees to purchase a ticket. He ain't gonna get removed. YouTube star Ben Potter, who had over 3 million subscribers on his channel, which shared opinions on the latest comic-inspired movies, has died. What happened to that dude? Summer McIntosh already beat Katie Ledecky in a 100-meter freestyle. Now the Olympics pool in Paris is the next stop. A man motivated by neo-Nazi and white supremacist ideology was indicted for allegedly selling firearms and gun parts behind the federal custody, New York authorities say. The latest FBI statistics point to a historic drop in crime in the first quarter of this year. Really? Not from this news I'm reading. The New Jersey Attorney General's office is investigating the eligibility of liquor licenses of 3 Trump-owned golf courses. Chrysler is recalling more than 211,000 SUVs and pickup trucks due to potential faulty anti-lock brake systems. Sick of this stuff. A new attraction starring the first Black Disney princess is opening at the company's U.S. theme park resorts. In his first interview since he was accosted on stage by a parent during the high school graduation, Randy Briggs said there is no point in putting your hands on another individual. I still want to know why that father did that. After an Israeli strike killed dozens in Gaza tent camp, the IDF said it has launched an investigation. 2 weeks later, no findings have been released. What we know about the Israeli strike on the tents in Rafah. Even though Massachusetts voters opted to legalize marijuana more than 7 years ago, the state's Cannabis Control Commission has taken the position that transporting pot across the ocean, whether by boat or plane, risks running afoul of federal laws. Joey Chestnut, a 16-time champion at Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, is unable to participate in the July 4th event after signing another hot dog brand. It's already about to be 4th of July. I mean, it seemed like this dude just won. Like, these years are just going by so fast. Gabby Petito wrote a letter to the abusive boyfriend who would later kill her, asking that he stop calling her names. Former President Trump often accuses President Biden of weaponizing the Justice Department, but a prosecutor working under that very same agency just won a conviction against the president's son. The Biden administration is moving to ban medical debt from credit reports. Yeah, amen. Take it off. Aiming to reduce the number of Americans with medical debt. Take it off. Especially if you had insurance and your insurance company is slow to pay stuff, and then that part. Like, after you have a baby, that is the biggest thing. And your insurance is slow, and you have to take care of a newborn baby and call your insurance and make sure the bills are paid. It's so annoying. So definitely, if you have insurance and your insurance ain't doing a job, yeah, take it off. Gypsy Rose Brancher's ex-husband says he's blindsided by a fact. Boy, she broke up with you. Move on. That's what you get for marrying somebody straight out of prison, male or female. It's the dumbest idea. GM is trimming its EV forecast amid slower than usual demand. People ain't messing with them little cars. The Penguins and the Humboldt Penguins are decreasing. San Francisco 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey will be Madden 25 cover star. Will it be another curse? They swear every time somebody's on the cover, it's a curse. Biden said he is going to accept Hunter's guilty plea and not pardon him. He said, but I am also a dad. Jill and I love our son, and we're so proud of the man he is today. So many families who have had loved ones battle addiction understand the feeling. Here's my thing, because I get you all day, Joe Biden, but you, like, put this man over, like, really important things. And I'm not saying that people, like, but when you smoke crack, that's almost like the lowest of the low drug to smoke. I feel like if my son has smoked crack, I don't think I would be putting him in charge of important things. I need him to, like, climb. Like, I need to see, like, I just can't do it. I would give him a good job, but not like the kind of jobs that Hunter Biden was getting. For somebody that has drug addiction, which that's an everyday thing, it's one day at a time, you know, giving him all that responsibility in that public spotlight, I don't think that was smart. And believe me, I know that he was probably like, Dad, just give me something to do and I promise. But I'm telling you. The maximum sentence here is 10 years, but the judge could do something far short of that. Yeah. I doubt he gets 10 years. Alright, let's see what I liked on this app today, y'all. That was Chaka Khan, y'all. Chaka Khan still look good. Y'all know she did a lot of drugs. She was getting high with Whitney Houston. I seen her in one of them shows. But she still looks good. She sounds good. I want to be that background. Ooh, ooh. That was funny. But she sounded and looks amazing. Chaka Khan, y'all. So here's that bus that was hijacked, y'all. me out. This is a perfect movie scenario. Especially since I'm watching Animal Kingdom and all they do is like commit robberies on here. This is a perfect distraction. You have a man that's gonna hijack something like this. Even though somebody died. I don't know who died. But without death, you get this guy to hijack this bus. You get every police department known to man after this dude like this. And then you got like at least 10 to 20 to 30, half an hour to commit any kind of other crimes. This is a distraction. Why would all y'all be chasing a bus? Y'all got helicopters and everything. Can nobody throw down those stop sticks? And it's a freaking bus. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, and I never understand why criminals, when they're committing crimes, they don't do it to where when the police is like completely distracted doing other things, which happens a lot. Alright, what is this? Oh, this is funny. Jerry was eating his donut and somebody tried to cut him off.
Krispy Kreme. It appears Jerry's on his way from home. He stopped by Krispy Kreme's and now he is in Krispy Kreme heaven. But if you take a look to Jerry's right, there's this jerk trying to ruin that Krispy Kreme heaven moment and trying to cut in. Jerry not bothered, Jerry not fazed, Jerry just chilling listening to the greatest hits of Kenny G. But with 0 F's left to give, he becomes Scary Jerry instantly as this guy tries to cut in front of him and pulls off a pin maneuver. Scary Jerry doesn't even let go of his donut, not even for a split second here tonight. Now it's time to take a quick look at the Ludacris camp.
The fact that he held that donut and finished that donut, he probably had a really rough day and he's like, I just want to eat my donut. And then this dude, because I be like that sometimes when I just needed something for my day, whatever it be. And then can't be a donut because I have to dip my donut in milk, but something really good. Say I had an ice cream cone. Sometimes I like me a nice ice cream cone. You better not try to mess up my vibe. Yeah, I'm gonna keep eating my ice cream cone while you crash into the wall. This is funny.
And your favorite wanted? It's turkey and your favorite, the green beans and the corn, everything. Mom made it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You didn't get me meth?
No, I didn't get you meth. I'm a nurse. I can't get you meth. No.
See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all want this man to be in charge of some part of presidential cabinet duties? That's what y'all saying? Alright, let's see what TMZ got going on, y'all. Crystal Hefner to Holly Madison, quit bad-mouthing me or else sends a cease and desist. I don't have no clue. Is that, did he end up marrying that lady? I don't know. Donald Trump STD test for Apprentice stars, new book claims. Why do you have him take an STD test? So this white TikToker influence lost her job after dropping an N-word in a rant, but she stood on business. She said after some reflection, she still ain't gonna apologize. So somebody give her a job. But she said after reflection, she ain't taking it back. Lauren Boebert, nothing brewing with 50 Cent. We are just photogenic. O.J. Simpson's estate executor wants to okay to sell his stuff in an auction. Roy McGraw, whatever his name is, files to dismiss his divorce case. Okay. The YouTuber that I read about earlier, he died in a car crash. This young rapper, she was only 26. She died. I'm assuming it's an OD. That's what a lot of people in the comments were saying. Young people and these prescription drugs. I don't know, it's just funny. But Pope Francis repeats a homophobic slur, says keep gay dudes out of seminaries. Pope, I think you probably like a lot of decades, probably centuries too late. Courtney Stodden flushes engagement ring down toilet out with the old. Girl, why you want to clog your toilet though? You could have threw it in the ocean. Compton, California pool party ends in a fatal shooting. New video shows chaos. Jeremy Allen White. I'm not doing this rodent men thing again. I don't care. Kevin Spacey, I lost my home and owe millions. Tearful tell-all with Pierce. Man, I used to like you, Kevin Spacey. Maybe somebody will give him a job. Travis Kelce on Taylor Swift's cooking. She makes a mean dessert. If my husband said that, I'd be like, really, babe? Billy Ray Cyrus wants a 7-month marriage annulled. That was fast. Dang, Billy Ray. Grey's Anatomy star Sarah Ramirez files for divorce from her hubby 3 years after separation. Was Sarah really gay and just married a man? I don't know. Teen Mom star Amber Portwood, my new fiance, is missing. Amber really should be studied for how jacked up she is. Gayle King, Oprah landing in the hospital, stuff was coming out of both ends. She's doing okay. She's getting an IV. Kendall Jenner still kicking it with Bad Bunny. He don't speak that much English, but I guess she really likes him. Sexy Red, the rapper, got into an airport fight. She got arrested. I didn't see her do anything wrong. She was about to throw that thing at somebody, but she changed her mind. But she probably just got arrested for fighting at the airport. King Charles's fiery red portrait was vandalized with Wallace and Gromit. Aaron Rodgers, MIA at Jets mandatory camp. Coach says unexcused absence. I do not want to see Aaron Rodgers again. Chloe Sevigny says Christian Bale was an American Psycho to work with on that set. I mean, he was playing a psycho. Was he supposed to be nice? He has to stay in character. I mean, as long as he wasn't beating her, but I would imagine he'd just be mean all the time because he's playing like he was playing a freaking serial killer. Alright, y'all. Let's get into these Reddits. There was a lot of news today. Cooks of Reddit, what's the most worth it thing you make from scratch instead of buying from a grocery store? Definitely Alfredo sauce. When you make homemade Alfredo sauce, you will never, ever want to buy that stuff in a freaking jar no more. Guacamole. Guacamole does seem better fresh. I just started liking guacamole like probably 2 years ago. I had some nasty cheap one back in the day and I wasn't in for it. Gravy, yeah, homemade gravy's the bomb. Somebody said shredded cheese off a block tastes better. I'm sure it do, but I ain't got time to be scraping my knuckles. Simple syrup for drink recipes. Yeah, a lot of people make that. Croutons. Man, make you some homemade croutons. Whipped cream. Homemade chocolate chip cookies. Homemade any baked goods. Bread, cookies, you name it. Marinara sauce. Seems like a lot of work, but it could be done. Homemade cornbread. I still love me some Jiffy though. I'm partial to Jiffy. I've yet to have a really good homemade cornbread that didn't come from Jiffy. Brown sugar, biscuits, yes. Chef mix, Chex Mix. I ain't ate that stuff since kid. Pops pesto sauce. I am not a fan of pesto sauce. I don't know why. Popcorn in a skillet will always go harder than a bag. Chicken stock, Caesar dressing, tortillas, cheesecake, yes. Peanut butter, that seems hard. Yeah. There's just some things, it's just better homemade. Guys, what is bad sex from your perspective? This thing that where at any point I get the inclination a person I'm effing is into it for any reason whatsoever, I instantly get limp. Could imagine that. When your girl isn't into it. It's almost all about the vibe. Got lots of guys are about the vibe. Lots of guys like emotions. Somebody said when you start having sex and you realize you have to poop. A girl said not great with a vagina either. It's not pleasant feeling to be penetrated while I feel like you're gonna poop your prairie dog. Why you start doing it if you knew you had to poop is my question. Prairie dog, and it's always funny to me. I don't know why. I think that's the most funniest thing. I hate it when my partner wants to change positions every 15 seconds, especially when it's a new partner. I want to find what works for both of us. Some people like to be flipped around like a pancake, baby. What was your worst fear as a kid? Shoot. Being homeless. Being homeless is top solace. Snake coming out of the toilet. The dark. Killer bees. Being left behind. Dying without dying. Quicksand. Although I never have imagined being in quicksand, I have come up with ways I could get out of it. Something grabbing my feet from under the bed, the sun blowing up, my parents would get divorced, my dad, fire, Dennis. I still hate Dennis. I'm not terrified on him, but somebody said E.T. There's nothing scary about E.T. Like, you gotta stop. Nuclear war, dang, dude. Somebody said living my life as I have now. What is the lie you tell yourself most often? Motivation during the week, dude. You have to hype yourself up to get your day started. Oh, that positive talk. This is fine. I'll go to bed in 10 minutes. Yeah, I always say that. I'm like, I'm going to watch one more show. And then, no, I never do. I end up staying up. You are still smart and capable of success in your field. I'll do it tomorrow. One day I'll make it in life and be happy. No one will notice. It's going to be all right. You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. I won't eat so much tomorrow. As soon as I think I finish, I can finally relax and enjoy myself. Today is your day. Listen, you gotta have those affirmations. I mean, a lot of people might think they lies, but whatever you put in the atmosphere, you know. Alright, let's see. I've not been into Am I the A-Holes lately, but let's see if they getting better. Am I the a-hole for my response after my friend kept bragging about her boyfriend's penis size? Um, these are both females, and she started to get dating a guy she met on some app. They've been together roughly 3 months. Ever since she got with him, she's been humble bragging about the alleged penis size. She'll make these subtle remarks about him needing so much lube and that she's sore, wink wink. No one in the group, there was a total of 6 of us, spoke up until we almost laughed it off. Anyway, they're in their 20s. But it's starting to get annoying. So a few days ago, we all went to brunch. I ordered a drink that came in a glass and looked like like a penis, I guess. And the dick bragger is what she called her, burst into laughter and immediately managed to make a pervy reference to her boyfriend somehow. I was extremely fed up. I finally told her that I'm very curious as to the point that needs to see that we need to see hard physical evidence of said penis. I said that everyone at the table was curious about the mythical sausage and wants to see it. Could you imagine this? Show me the meat. That's me. I told her to show me a picture of her BF's penis ASAP so I can verify her claims independently. I explained that I established an interim dick size accuracy committee. Obviously, she got angry and said that I'm not funny. I told her that I wasn't joking and genuinely wanted to see this meat magnet. I made that up too. We ended up having a huge argument and she left early. So now there's 2 camps. Some saying I crossed the line. I wouldn't want to see it personally because he ain't my man, but I get she's obnoxious. If she's obnoxious about this, I'm assuming she's got to be obnoxious about other things. Not the a-hole. She's going to go out her way to talk about it. She should show it. Yeah, most people are saying she should show it. I wouldn't want to see it. Alright. The rest of these is lame. Let's get into these story times, see what I got for y'all. It was a struggle finding some good story times today.
Did not like black people. The Coles were the real-life Huxtables, their patriarch being Nat King Cole. They lived an affluent life as the first and only black family to live in the Los Angeles exclusive Hancock section. Nat King Cole was one of the first black artists to go mainstream. He was the first black person to host their own network television show, and he loved his family. They even had a dog. So as you could imagine, many black people regarded the Coles as a standard. But behind the smiles for magazine covers, things were just a little interesting in the crib. So remember how I said they were the only black family in the neighborhood, right? So along with playing with the white kids, young Natalie Cole also became friendly with the black people that worked for them. Well, for Natalie's mother, Maria, this was not okay. She did not want her daughter hanging with low society. Lower society being code word for the Negroes. And this thing ran deep. See, when Maria married Nat, her family weren't that thrilled because they did not want her getting involved with anyone with too many black characteristics. Why, you might ask? Well, their words were they did not want the child to come out funny looking, you know, wider nose, darker complected, kinky hair, God forbid. So even though Maria married a darker complected man and birthed children with varying complexions, she still carried some of the ideologies that were passed down to her, which may be one of the reasons why Natalie was much closer to her father, and when he died when she was only 15, her and her mother's relationship became and remained very complicated for the rest of their lives. She later wrote that during that time she rebelled against her mother, she stole, she drank, she became became a Black Panther and later earned a degree in child psychology before she got into the music industry. Maria's family weren't the only Black people of that time, even to this day, to have the prejudices that she did. I'm also sure that she loved her caramel brown-skinned children, but she was a product of her time and its ideologies. But now it's 2024, so you and I ain't got no reason to be ignorant. That's why I want my real ones who made it this far at the end of the video to comment brown emojis. I don't care if it's a...
Natalie Cole was so beautiful too, but I mean, you know, a lot of families, Black, Mexican, all people of some type of melanin, they all have colorism issues, unfortunately. But Natalie Cole was a beautiful woman.
My honest opinion on some TV shows.
Alright, on three. When I tell you to pull out a little, pull out a little. 1, 2, 3. Ah, shit. Fucking hesitated. I hesitated, hurt my arm. I hurt my shoulder. Oh, shit. I hesitated and I slipped. I just...
Why would this be me? Like, he gave him orders and everything, but that belly was... That's when your brain really don't work. Like, you be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. And he just fell in the pool and now he all beat up. And then I'm sure he's gonna tell everybody, like, yeah, I jumped in the pool, dude, your belly took you down, number one. Number two, you know, just stop.
Y'all want to see something wild? I'm not supposed to be back in town till tomorrow. I have 2 sons, 18 and 19. Somebody's dead. I ain't found them yet. Nobody realizes this is my house, but they're gonna find out when the cops get here. I've already called them. These idiots have hired a DJ. Look at this. What the world? Whose kids are these? Look, if you get a kid from your a call from your kid tonight, this is what happened.
I don't need no police because my kids, let me walk up in there. We wouldn't need no police. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I gotta see what happened on this. Let's see. Was it a part 2? No, there's no part 2 yet. That's...
Y'all want to see some?
Here we go. To rock around. That's right. On time is tricky.
I don't know why. I don't even know how that happened. Okay, we covered that yesterday, I believe. But those are those Power Wheel cars, y'all. Don't leave them in your garage. They'll blow up. I think we caught up.
So I'm on vacation in Morro Bay, where I was 3 weeks ago, and I met someone in a bar, and we went for a hike, and the next day I texted them, and I never heard back. So 3 weeks later, I'm in Morro Bay, and I text the person that I was in town, and it would be nice to see a friendly face, and I don't hear back, and I go to the place where they work that I met them, and I have a really nice time. I mingle and I meet people and I feel like an extrovert, and it's so cool to talk to people and feel social. And they're working and they come over and they say hi, and they don't acknowledge the fact that they ignored my texts. And now I'm back in my hotel room, and they looked me in the eyes and they said hi, and they talked to me. We did chit chat, and they just overlooked the fact that they ignored They ignored my text message. Why are people like that? Don't let me wonder. It's a mean thing to do to someone. Don't let me wonder. They looked me in.
So a lot of people said this lady was kind of like that show Baby Reindeer, because it's like, I mean, you went to the person's job, like, to find them, and now you're like, you know, this is how stalking happens. A lot of people are on her side, but some people said she overstepped her boundaries by going to the job, and now she's made a TikTok crying about it. And I think she made several more, because let me see these comments. Somebody said she's got an attachment style. Somebody said, y'all be kind. The other video shows where she has agoraphobia, which explains why she's upset. It sounds like it took a lot out of her to go public. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't socialize with a lot of people probably, but that don't mean it's normal. Because she could end up still becoming a stalker. Just saying. Only person y'all should be stalking is the Lord. Get in that word. If y'all want somebody to never leave y'all or forsake y'all, get in that word. Get with the Lord. Delight yourself in Him. That's the only person y'all should be delighting yourself in. Okay? Alright, y'all. I'm supposed to get up out of here. It was fun today. I had some fun messing around with y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all stay up.